Hi friends, welcome to the first official episode of me reading little Reddit stories and having a little meal. I have 5, maybe 6 stories for you. And we're gonna start classic, Am I the Asshole? Just an easy class, let's ease you into it, girl. Little foreplay. Okay, let's try. Oh my god, this is so good. Am I the asshole for recording my friend's fiance at her bachelorette party and playing the recording for him? I think I support women's rights and wrongs, but let's see. Look at this mosquito. Are you kidding? I don't even have a little sweat drop between my yet, and you guys are already out here. Like, it's not that hot. Like, it's a nice little 70-degree day. Like, it's like 68, 70 degrees. It's not hot. And they're already out here. You didn't even give me a chance to work up a sweat before you came out here and started nipping on my shit. I was invited to a bachelorette party for my friend's fiance. It was over the long weekend at a vacation rental. So this was Memorial Day, y'all. At a vacation rental on the beach. There was booze, a hot tub, great food, and it was definitely a hit. I know that's right. At one point, I was on the deck looking at the ocean, and the bride was drunk in the hot tub with 2 of her friends, period. She said she felt more relaxed than she had in a while. Okay, yeah, you know, stress of planning a wedding. Don't touch me! Yeah. I assume she referred to planning the wedding. One of her friends asked if she was having trouble with her little monster. She said no, that he was manageable for now. Who? Is she talking about her fiance? At that point, I realized they were talking about my friend's son. Oh. I took out my phone and started recording them. The bride's friend said horrible stuff about my friend's son, and the bride responded positively to everything, laughing and agreeing. Then she said it was too bad he wasn't old enough to send to military school. I stopped recording when their topic changed. I don't think they ever realized I was close enough to hear them. When we got back, I asked to meet with my friend, and I played them the recording. He was quiet when he listened. After the recording was finished, he asked me to send it to him, which I did. And he asked me to delete it, which I said I would, but I haven't yet. I feel like an asshole for intervening. I really do. However, I'm worried that about my friend's son. Depending on what my friend does, I might need to send this recording to the poor boy's family. I feel like I've overstepped, but what else can I do? Was I being an asshole? No. We need to protect the kids. We need to protect the kids. It's giving evil stepmother. This fucking mosquito. When I get my hands on you, matter of fact, come take a fucking bite. Anyway, we're moving the party inside. So top comment. I get why you feel conflicted, but protecting that boy matters more. Exactly. Matters more than some social boundary. If someone was trashing my little kid like that, I'd want to know. Yeah, we gotta protect the babies. Like, because why are you beefing with a child? Like, what he do to you? Like, what did he do to you?
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I be saying that's fucked up. Like, bro, you probably had the full washing set. Your shit be fire probably if they ain't cut your shit. Fuck it though, bro. It's your life.
It's the baby. Is garlic naan? Hell yeah, brother. The samosa. Yeah. This next story is from Petty Revenge. My boss kept scheduling meetings during my lunch, so I started eating lunch in every meeting. Is it rude to eat in a meeting, y'all? I really want to eat when I have my therapy sessions, but I'm like, is that rude? Is that rude? Is it rude for me to eat right now while I'm talking to y'all? I used to take my lunch break at the same time every day, 12 to 1. I don't eat breakfast, just coffee and lots of water. So my lunch is essential and I just can't skip it. My calendar was blocked, but my boss, newly prompted power tripping, started scheduling meetings right in the middle of it. The first couple times I let it slide, I figured maybe it was urgent, but then it became a pattern. I pushed back and reminded him that it was during my lunch break, and he said, well, we all have to make sacrifices sometimes. Cool. Got it. Next meeting, I showed up with a full plate of spaghetti and meatballs. had my camera on and mic unmuted, slurping and chewing, occasionally giving a thumbs up mid-bite. That's crazy. That's insane. So he's in there like this. A few days later, it repeated. So I brought sticky wings. I know that's right. Them Hennessy wings, y'all. Last week on Thursday, it happened again, and I still had some pizza. He asked, "Do you have to eat during the meeting?" I smiled and said, "We all have to make sacrifices sometimes." It's Friday today. We didn't have any meetings during my lunch hours this week. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18 edits. And this thing that's blocked out. Okay. Update. Oh, I'm not reading this. Okay, I will. 3 awards. Wow. Eating something crunchy next. Okay, so they kind of update every time they get an award. 4th award. Having sushi and miso soup. 5th award. People are unhinged. I love it. It's time for crab legs. Imagine bringing crab legs to lunch. To work. That's legendary. I might even ask you for one if it was, hey, Becca, can I get one of those? Can I get one of those? The lemon, please? Yeah. Someone said bring the fondue pot. He's gonna bring a fucking fondue pot. Tomahawk steak, bone in. I had to make sure he clarified that. Okay, I'm skipping these. This has to be fake.
You guys are out of your minds. Fish, okay. Do y'all ever sleep? Portable pizza oven? Okay, this has to stop.
15-piece boneless, half honey, hot half, dry lemon pepper.
Someone said working during lunch. Does that mean you can leave early? No, because I would have left. Hey, so I had a 30-minute lunch break and I worked all 30 minutes of it, so I'm leaving 30 minutes early. That's cute. Let's do, I have one from malicious, I have 2 from malicious compliance, so we'll do this one. All modifications must be restored to original. This was posted 3 days ago. My family and I moved into a house in 2008, 5 bedrooms, 3,200 square feet, $1,600 a month. It was a decent price in 2008, and the rent stayed the same for many years. Since I'm reasonably handy, I would fix things myself rather than bother an old man. I lived there so long that I also made quite a few upgrades. In 2024, the owner passed away and his son inherited the property. A week later, he gave me a notice of intent to inspect the property. During the inspection, he kept trying to open drawers and look through my belongings, which isn't legally allowed, and was rude when I stopped him. As he left, he handed me a notice that my rent was increasing to $4,000 a month, $1,000 over market value. I would have paid higher rent if it had been reasonable, but I wasn't paying that much. My month-to-month lease was worded to require 3 months notice to raise the rent. I pointed out this fact, then gave him notice that I would be moving out at the end of that 3 months. A few days later, I was served an eviction notice. The month-to-month lease also required 3 months notice to evict me without cause. So he tried evicting me without cause. He claimed I had made unauthorized modifications to the house and cited the back door with a dog door installed. I still had the original door in the garage and the previous owner's permission, so it was neither unauthorized nor a modification. Regardless, the judge decided I needed to move out within 30 days or he would grant the eviction. Additionally, he explicitly ordered all modifications to be restored to the original. This is where the malicious compliance comes in, and I am sure you already see this coming. All the smart house additions I made were removed. The tool shed in the yard was removed. The pond was filled in. He did all this in 30 days? This would have took me 10 years. Closet organizers were torn out. Garage organizers were removed. The updated appliances were replaced with basic models. Every update I made was removed and then I moved out. He sued me for removing everything. His lawyer cited a law that says any changes to the property become part of the property, and it's illegal to remove them when vacating the property. However, my lawyer pointed out the orders from the previous judge stating all modifications must be restored to its original state. I provided receipts for all the things I had removed, proving I had added them and was required to remove them. I won the case and he had to pay my legal fees. I know that's right. I want to try this sauce real quick. I hope y'all don't mind. I have this red one. They didn't tell me what it was. I don't know. Look, my thing with like Indian like sauces, I don't know if this is going to be sweet or if this is going to burn my mouth off. But that's the thrill of the bite. Sweet. A little kickback there, but sweet. My scarf is falling back. And here is the green one. Same thing. I have no clue until it's burning my shit up. Spicy. A few months later, I got a call from his sister. Some of my mail had not been forwarded and she wanted to ensure I got it. Y'all, I got some mail from the apartment I was in before, and I'm just never gonna see it. We had a short conversation about the entire ordeal. She told me the house was actually inherited by 4 siblings. Her brother had lied to everyone. First, he had raised the rent, knowing I would move out. He already had a deal to sell the house to one of those big rental companies. He told the siblings the house had negative equity and nobody would get anything in the sale. In realty, the house was paid off and worth about $700,000. They made an offer on the house which included all the stuff I'd later removed. He couldn't afford to replace everything, so he took him to court over the sale. Since all 4 siblings were listed as owners, all were named in the lawsuit, which is how they learned the truth. The house ended up being sold for $550,000 in exchange for not pressing fraud charges against him. His 3 siblings split the proceeds and he got nothing. I know that's right. Oh my God. Greed, like money, greed can really ruin the family. Like honestly, y'all, I've been reading and listening to Reddit stories for a long time. I was listening to Reddit stories before people had podcasts, before people sit in front of the camera reading them for you. It was text to speech, and they would compile entire threads, and they'd be like 20-minute videos. And I think they would just call Ask Reddit. Like, it was just text to speech, 20-minute videos of r/Ask Reddit. Tell me the time your boss did XYZ. And it was just like a whole bunch of things. My sister was listening to them first, and I'm like, these stories kind of gas. Like, what is this? And she put me on. I was listening to those stories so much, I forgot that it was not a real voice. I forgot that it was text to speech. And I bet you they still do that, and they probably use AI voices now. I'll just read it myself. Let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's take it back to Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for confronting my dad's new wife at their anniversary dinner? My 24M parents divorced when I was 16 after my dad had an affair with the woman he's now married to. It was messy. My mom was devastated, and I basically had to be the emotional adult when she broke down. Yeah. I've always been civil to his wife, but we're not close. At their 5-year wedding anniversary dinner last weekend, she gave this speech thanking our blended family and saying how proud she was of the son I've come to love like my own. It hit a nerve. After her speech, I quietly told her I didn't appreciate being spoken about like that. It felt fake, considering she had helped blow up my family. She said I was being childish and rude on her special night. I told her if she wanted respect, she should have respected somebody else's marriage before inserting herself into it. Hey, babe, it's on your dad, too. Like, I think you have a right to be mad at her, but it's on your daddy, too. Like, he could have said no. My dad got really upset and said I ruined the night. My stepmom started crying and left the table. My aunt, my dad's sister, later told me I should have smiled through it and not caused drama. It's on your daddy, too. She didn't just show up and did it on her own. It's on your daddy, too. Top comment. Yeah, no, I don't think you're the asshole. Top comment, though. Not the asshole. You didn't ruin the night. The affair did. Yeah. You didn't ruin the night. Yo, daddy needed to get his fucking meat slapped is what ruined the night. See, me and this comment on the same page. Don't let that off that easy. He knew he was married when he started that affair. Exactly. Someone said, blended family as a child of divorce. This lady's a homewrecker and your dad is a spineless cheater. You ruined the night. You ruined my family. What the heck? What the helly? Oh, speaking of that, I actually I like the what the helly, what the hellion, what the helliante, what the helly Burton, what the helly Barry, what the helly Bron James, what the helly Cyrus. I like that the first like 2-3 days it was going around. I hate it now. It feels like what the shigma, what the helly, what the shigma. Like that's what it feels like now, and now I hate it. It feels annoying now. And I thought what the shigma was funny too when that was going around, but what the shigma? Because the way they said it was funny. I'm going to do this malicious compliance and then we'll finish off with Am I the Devil? Posted 6 hours ago, so today. Manager told me to CC her on every client email, so I did, including the ones where she's the problem. I work in client services, mostly just relaying info between clients and our internal team. My manager isn't super involved, but last month she goes, "Can you CC me on all the client emails just for transparency?" I was like, sure thing. So I CC'd her on literally everything, including the emails where the clients asked why she missed their meeting, or where I had to explain delays from her not sending over files. A few days later, she starts replying to someone with the, "Let's take this offline." One client hit back, "This wouldn't be an issue if you showed up." She hasn't brought up CCing since, but if she does, I've got drafts ready. She's like, if you're not involved, why do you want to be CC'd on them anyway? Why are you being CC'd if you won't even show up to the meeting? Like, what is that? Top comment, this is the way. This is the way. No lies or deception, just illuminating the ugly, painful truth. OP response, I did exactly what she asked. Can't get mad when the mirror shows what actually is there. Ooh, I like that, when the mirror shows what's actually there. This guy says, I worked for a guy who treated all of our customers and staff like he was the king and we were his lowly peasants. He pulled the copy me on everything crap, and when I told the customer that we were late arriving because the manager had sent us on another errand first, the manager told me I wasn't allowed to talk to customers anymore. Talking to customers was the majority of my job. So what, you got to sit there and get paid to not do your job? Because that's a job I want. Okay, last story, because this video is getting kind of long. This is from Am I the Devil? It was removed. Okay, so we're not reading that. It was removed, so I guess that video ends here. But it was, am I the asshole for uninviting my sister from my wedding because she refused a babysitter for my niece? I have a braid appointment in like 2 hours. Give me time to settle in. But thank you for watching. I want this to become kind of like a series. Every once in a while, I get a meal and I read you red stories, except I want it to be at the restaurant. I wanted Indian food, and in my area, all the Indian food spots, it's just the counter. You're not sitting in there. And I was going to do it at IHOP, but I went to IHOP recently and I don't want IHOP again. And I didn't get up. I wanted to do it in the morning and I didn't get up. So let me know what kind of cuisine you want me to try, where you want me to go. If you like this mix, I kind of want to do some r/ask Reddit because I don't see too many people doing those. And I personally enjoy those. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know, the Holy Trinity. Please comment. Please comment.
Comment.
Please comment. I will respond. I want to say hi. Yeah. Damn.